This segment is a very important one. We are talking about module of analysis and weekly daily. So first of all, we have to look back at the weekly daily file. On the chart button at the top here, when you click back and forth, you go from the daily file to the weekly file. So right now the daily file shows you each single day of movement. And when I click again, each of those bar charts are weeks. So 50 bars equal to 1 year. So we spoke about that before, and now let's talk about the modules. So the modules, there are 10 modules of analysis. So you have the daily and the weekly file, and you have 10 modules of analysis. But you have 10 module analysis for the weekly file and 10 module of analysis for the daily file. So that means on the weekly chart, you can have a different parameters than the daily charts. So let's look at how we do work with the modules. First of all, if I'm using the keystroke on your keyboard, the number 1, 2, 0. On the number 1, you have what you see right now. I'm on the daily file, so you see the daily chart, so you see 50 days. I push 2, it's 100 days. 3 is 150 days, 4, 200 days, and 5 is 250 days. So then, if I go to the weekly file, 1 is 50 week, 100 week, 150, 200, and 250 week. So you see, that is very simple. So you click back and forth the chart button to go from daily to weekly, and you go from 1 to 5 to go from 50 to 250 days, or weeks, of course. But there are 10 modules of analysis. What have we done in the other 6? In the other 6, let's get on the daily file and then see number 6. On the number 6, we placed for you a stochastic, one of the most popular analysis, which is the stochastic 933. If you push on 7, then you see a slow stochastic 1555. And then on number 8, you will have a moving average convergence divergence, which called the MACD. And on number 9, you have a relative performance to index, which is comparing the stock to the TSX index. You can modify that, of course. And on module 0, as we've seen before, you have the news. So where this stock, or those stock had some news. So you can see that there are news somewhere and someplace there are not. And when you use the select button, you can see the news just in clicking in one of the lines. So we saw that before as well. So that's what are the module of analysis. How can you modify this? First of all, you have to choose a module. When you get on the software the first time, it's module number 1 that is activated. So on module number 1, I can see 50 days right now. In any of the module, as long as you are on the chart, if you click with the right button of your mouse, you are going to see this little window, and at the bottom of the window you have the properties. When you click on properties, it shows you what you can do with the chart. So from at the beginning, which we have chosen for you that the chart were going to be blue, and the numbers here in the scale were going to be yellow, and the text is yellow as well. So then you can choose whatever you can see on that module. Let's see, you can have a grid over that. You can have the study names. You can have indicators or not, because all of the lines you would trace here are showing on the chart. But I'm putting here a lot of lines, but you may have a module where you don't see any of the lines you have traced. You just want to see a clear picture of the chart. So if I using this, using the right button of the mouse, taking property, and say, I don't want to see those indicators. So I took the hook off of the name indicators, and I say, okay, you see, I don't see the indicators here. If I'm going on other modules, I still can see those. So that's the way you can program the properties on every chart. But there's something over and above that. As I showed you under number 1, you see 50 chart, 50 days, 100 days, 150 days with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, when you have a hook there on options, and which is called number of period, that means you can set a particular module on a specific number of days and weeks. That's why we did for you choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250, because it's something we do constantly. At first, when you are looking at a chart, so what you do is that you want to have it. You want to use what you see most of the time. So. Instead of using the zoom function at the bottom and to make a zoom and then click the zoom off, we have decided that it was going to be much easier for you than using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at first, you look at charts on a very short term. But sometimes you want to see what the short term is doing compared to the long term. So you're at one keystroke to do that in doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you want to see a stochastic. You get very much used to this using number 6, number 7, number 8. So when you do set a module, it is like that for every of the stock. So if I choose number 1 and I go down my list, every stocks with number 1 will show only 50 days with a bar chart and a volume chart. If I push a number on number 2, every stock becomes 100 days. So if you choose number 6 to see the stochastic, you see the stochastic analysis on every stock as you go up and down in your list. So the 10th module of analysis are different whether you are on daily charts or weekly charts. But every number from 1 to 0 has different parameters that you can modify as many times as you want. But they are already preset with what is normally the most useful.